Namaste and welcome to this episode of the Thursday Thoughts. Today is the 11th September 2024 and today we in India celebrate Digvijay Diwas. Yes, 131 years ago on this day at the Chicago's Parliament of Religions, the epoch-making speech of Swami Vivekananda was held. We are indeed very proud to be celebrating the 131st anniversary of that particular speech, that epoch-making speech of Swami Vivekananda, which was a window to the Western world about Indian culture, India's glorious past, and above all, the Advaita Vedanta that Swami Vivekananda spoke very briefly. As we all know, he was born in Calcutta on the 12th of January 1863. And since his childhood, he was very much interested in the Indian culture, the Indian Vedas, the relics, the scriptures, Vedas, Mahabharata, Ramayana, Upanishads, and all that he used to read. And initially, his parents found it very difficult to control him because he was uncontrollable. In fact, his mother went on to say that I was praying Lord Shiva to give me a son, and he has sent one of his demons. So that is how this talented and this great orator about in Hinduism and the true Indianness, a person proud of the true Indianness, when he went to Chicago at the age of hardly 30, yes, 30, actually 1893. On the 11th of September, the Parliament of Religions was to take place at the Arts Institute in Chicago, and they had invited a lot of famous personalities to speak about the all religions prevailing all over the world. And in fact, Swami Vivekananda was not invited for that. He had accidentally landed from Japan, from Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, and those places he visited before finally landing up in New York. And he wanted to speak, but he was told without any credentials he may not get a chance. He was frantically looking around for some help. That help came from a professor in the Harvard University, namely John Henry Wright. Yes, John Henry Wright invited him to speak at the Harvard University, and to which Vivekananda agreed, and he started speaking in various classes in Harvard University. And within a quick, that was in July, so September was supposed to be the date of this world religion, the Parliament of World Religions. So within quick time, he gathered a reputation of being a very nice orator, and he was keeping his audience spellbound. And William James, after hearing Swami Vivekananda, had commented, he is an honor to the humanity or the humankind. That was the nature of his speaking. So as we all know, the world renowned speech on the 11th of September 1893 at the altar of the world religions, really the Parliament of World Religions, And as Swami Vivekananda stood up and he addressed the gathering of 7,000 invited, reputed people, ladies and gentlemen, he addressed them as sisters and brothers of America. There was 2 minutes of clapping and standing ovation non-stop for his speech, and as they say, the rest is history. So that is what Swami Vivekananda stood for. He, throughout his career, his short life of 40 years, he never believed in being weak. He told weakness is death. As we all know, his famous words of arise, awake, and stop not till you reach your target or goal. That was the inspiration of his words. He used to inspire youngsters and the world population at large. After the epoch-making speech at Chicago, he traveled throughout the United States, and he founded the Vedanta Society of New York, and again the Vedanta Society of San Francisco, which was later on converted to the Vedanta Society of North California. Then he visited England and a lot of European countries, and everywhere he spoke, his audience were absolutely mesmerized. And he could give a small briefing about the Vedanta, the true Indian culture of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Yes, he told no religion. If you can kindly listen to the text, the audios, the various audios are available. I heard his speech at Chicago. I'm not too sure about the veracity of the authenticity of this particular speech by Vivekananda at the Parliament of Religions in Chicago, but the text is available. So if you go through the text or listen to any of the audios, they tell the same thing what Swami Vivekananda told as the Vishwaguru. Hinduism is not a religion. He says so beautifully, it is a faith, it is a unity in diversity. It says every human being, the way people, the monks and the priests of different cultures, different religions had gathered at Chicago on 11th of September 1893. He told Bhagavad Gita tells the same thing. People facing lot of hurdles in coming from different directions finally reach me, and I give them the way to live. That is what Bhagavad Gita says, and that is what Swami Vivekananda told. We have assembled here to take our lives to one step further towards attaining the Godhood. We have the spark of divinity among each one of us. Let us not be weak-minded. Let us not be weak-hearted. Let us be proud that we are all human beings. May we be Muslims, may we be Christians or Zoroastrians or even Israelites, whatever it is. He told the Hinduism, India those days had given refugee to the struggling refugees of the Israel, from the Israel, as well as the Zoroastrians. They had come and settled in India. India with open arms had told, this is the place where you can live happily and try your best to attain the Godhood, the ultimate aim of any human life. So that is how was the teachings of Swami Vivekananda. He didn't believe in the initial stages of his life, as we all see his lifestyle as a student. He was brilliant. There are so many occasions and examples where people say he takes 10 or 20 books for one night and returns the next day morning to the library and tells that I have read all. So when the librarian did not agree or did not believe Swami Vivekananda, he wanted to check on a particular page, the particular line, what is it written? He used to tell that. So that was his memory power. He was a human being having brilliant memory power and awesome faculty of brain and mind and heart and body. So that is how he could become so famous. He was the first, the only student who appeared in the entrance examination for the Presidency College at Calcutta in 1871 to get the first division marks. Then he goes on to complete his Bachelor of Arts with very high percentage of marks, and he studies the European history, the Western history, and Christianity, Hinduism, all that he was very much interested in. Ultimately, he was not happy in the year 1884 when his father breathed his last. He was almost lost. From a very famous or very rich family, he became almost the poorest student in the college. Then he wanted to find the answers. He wanted to ask his gurus, has anybody seen God? He came across Ramakrishna, the mystic saint or guru Ramakrishna. When he asked Ramakrishna, have you seen God? Ramakrishna Paramahamsa answered, yes, I see him daily the way I see you. He was stunned. And when they didn't have money at all, he requested Ramakrishna to pray Kali, goddess Kali, to give them some money or financial help. Then Ramakrishna suggests, you go to Devi and ask yourself, you go to Mother and ask yourself whatever you want. He tried to ask thrice, but none of the times he could ask for any worldly benefits from his mother, godly mother Kali. Ultimately, he asked knowledge. That is how his life was written, and he got the world, the above world, the spiritual knowledge that the whole world beholds today with awe and inspiration, that the whole humanity is one. We can belong to many religions, very different religions, but our aim is one. I mean, so ironic, the day 11th September, the 9/11, just hardly 23 years ago, we know what all had happened. So that is the difference. You can follow any religion you want, but all religions teach you to love everyone, to respect everyone, and to try one another, to help one another to attain the superhuman nature, in the divine spark in each one of us that is there. We have to find ourselves that spark so that we elevate our lives. So Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, and we are all from the one God. We can belong to any caste, creed, religion, and unity in diversity. All that was built into his speeches everywhere he went. And he's, even today, I think today the world needs leaders like him, who can tell that the very purpose of human living is not to fight among one another. It is to find peace through our different approaches in life, but through the love, the godly love among each one of us on this earth. We are not going to survive forever on this globe, but as long as we are alive, we human beings, the highest of God's creation, should try to have peace of mind, peace at heart, and we will attain a superior human value only when we follow love. So this is the words he wanted to propagate. He told everyone wherever he went in his speeches. And today we are indeed honored to remember this great Indian soul who was definitely a patriot in his heart, and he was proud to be an Indian because of its rich heritage and rich culture, which believes in the global humanity and acceptance in all faiths and unity in diversity and peace for everyone on this earth. So, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhino, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. This is the motto of Hinduism. We daily pray God that all of us should prosper with peace in your heart, in our hearts, and love in our minds, in our hearts. With these words, I take leave of you, praying God that be happy, enjoy your time, and when we meet next time, we'll be happy meeting again. Take care. Bye bye. God bless.